Well, I have the Pivothead on today, and I guess I might do a little run with him here for a little while. I'm back out at the park. It's a little cool today. Like I always have to put this caveat on there for Texas, or my guys that are snowed in or iced in up north will have me in Texas terms swinging in the breeze. So I'm gonna get out here for a little while. I don't expect to find a whole lot out here, but that's usually the time when I find the most. So we're gonna see how the Pivothead's gonna work in this environment. And this is one of my acid tests. I did one test with it and got a little balance on it, but like I said, it's complicated, more complicated than the ones I'm more familiar with, but it has a lot more features. So we'll see how this works. Switching it on, that would be my detector. I'm running a Deus as usual. When it's cold and uncomfortable and I want to move, I bring the Deus out. It didn't help that it didn't hurt there was the detector in the car, and I didn't really feel like going through the cold to get the other one. Here we go. Oh. All right, let me get back going. I had to pick up a few extra things. Anyway, one thing not that fond of with this is there's no, and I'm at the look because it's so configurable, there might be an audio alert for when I turn on the recording mode. But you do have it up in your peripheral vision, a couple of lights. But when your peripheral vision is not that great like mine, or you're about 30% visually impaired, not any more than anybody else. So don't take that as a. But I do not have the best eyesight in the world. So another shortcoming of all glasses is of all camera glasses is I have to take off my prescription glasses to use them. That's about in mid 80s, so that could very easily be just a bottle cap. No, what do I got here? A nickel. No, it's not a nickel. What the heck is this? I must be going blind. I do need my glasses. That's a penny. That's about the right reading for a penny. I think it's an 85 nickel. Whew. Gotta get on my game. I'm in the trashiest area, right around this little mini pavilion type thing here. But when the going gets tough, the tough get into the trashy areas. That's too big. I'll take a swing through the top lot, then head for some of the wooded areas and clear areas down there. It's been cold for a couple of days, and I've hit this place once at least, so I'd be surprised if I find anything in the tot lot, because I'm pretty sure there have been no kids here in the sub 40 weather. See, that is, how big is that? See, that's in my junk zone, and it's big, and I'm gonna let it slide. I do more recreational digging, let's say, when it's more comfortable outside. But there's not going to be much recreational digging today. In the tot lot, so as usual, I'm expecting surface little pieces of foil, and that's what that was. And you know it's cold when you see me in gloves, because I do not like gloves. I do understand they're the smart thing to do, and I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it more and more often. So this is sort of a combination review, and I guess it'll be a dig session if I find enough to make it into a full video. You know, variety of finds or some unique finds, then I'll do that. If not, I will just cut a few pieces out and add to my weekly roundup, which admittedly has been a little pitiful so far because of the it's square in the junk zone, but it's pretty much on the surface. So let's take a look and see if we can see what it is. Yep, there we go. Square tab. Now I'm especially paying attention to this pivot head when I bend down, because I want to make sure I can get things in frame more easily than I could with the other 1080p glasses I've used and a 720p glasses. There's that big reverberation sound that always means a large target. It's as cold as it was yesterday now. Like I said, all my northern subscribers and friends, you can beat on me what you like, but cold is a perception. The biological effect of cold is not. So I'm not saying I'm going to get frostbite. I'm going to keel over in a snowbank like it's possible in some of the more severe areas in this country, but it is uncomfortable. And being in Texas, uncomfortable is at a higher degree than a lot of you guys scattered over the Northeast. Oh Lord, that is much too large. Another one that's smack dab in my junk zone, but I've eliminated a lot of the high conductivity targets around here, so I'll be digging a lot of junk targets. Well, that's weird. Maybe. Oh, there it is. And it is a crusty zinc embedded in the sidewall. I could have dug a lot less if I had concentrated on that sidewall. It says there's not much grass out here, so basically all I got to do is cover the target with some loose grass, because the grass is in its dormant season for the foreseeable future, until March or April. So I just got to make sure that I cosmetically affect the grass, because it's going to have plenty of time to recover and be back in full verdant growth. See that chippy sound with all that background noise? I hit a 97, 90 every once in a while, and then all that iron indicates a piece of rusty metal. That might be actually a coin here. Unless this is 2 coins, I'd be surprised, because even though it's got a relatively small area, it's about the same size I usually get with screw caps. So actually, I don't think I've got a screw cap here. I think I got something even bigger. Yep, big piece of underground metal that I'd have to, if it is recoverable, I have to tear up a good piece of sod to do it. So go here and just cover and move. Here's the swell I mentioned before. Something has to be extraordinarily good for me to dig here. See, that's a 94 on the surface. See how big that is? This little swell, I do believe when it rains, every little piece of loose garbage gets swept into it. One of these days when I have more time, and I'm going to test one of my smaller coils, I'll go all the way up and down that thing to look for smaller targets. I could do that with the Deus, even with this 11 and 9-inch coil, but I like to test the other ones in that kind of environment. It's a lot more comfortable today than it was yesterday. Temperature's about the same, but that 20 or 30 mile an hour wind makes all the difference in the world. And the fact I actually have gloves today. See, the reason I wasn't prepared yesterday is that's a good sound. It had been 70 the day before. Well, I got to take one dig at this because I did find a good sized coin spill out here one day. So the chance this could be a coin spill. So if I don't get anything with this spade full, I'm going to assume that I'm looking at a big piece of deep metal. There's a lot of large metal out here. There, virtually invisible, and it has 3 months to recover. Not a good number, but it's basically within the maybe within the size constraints. All right, let's try this. Even in the cold, it's almost impossible to do plugs in this area. Yep. Just a piece of foil. And another one in the junk zone. So I'm looking for probably another piece of thin can slaw foil here. There it is. Can slaw. See, there's that big sound in that big area. I don't understand how so much large metal ends up under this place. I've dug some pretty big pieces of metal here. Not too big because I don't want to disrupt the soil, but pretty good size. I've hit a few quarters here, and looking that way, I've hit a couple of very tiny Queen Elizabeth II charms, which, like I say, is not the usual excavation results in Texas. This sounds like I hope this is a coin spill. At least it'll make this video a little bit more interesting. That sounds pretty good. Whoa, there we go. What do we got here? Please not be a crusty zinc like you are. All right. Let's see if I can. Okay, I had another one here. I've done extremely well with crusty zincs in this area. Another one, another memorial. See, that little thing is what a lot of people find frustrating about the TRX, and I understand why. There is some instability. So you have to sort of build that in and then restop and restart. And that's only higher settings. It's much more stable as you lower the sensitivity. Now let's see here. Another coin-like sound. Wow, I am really, really tired of digging dimes. I mean, digging pennies. I'd love a dime. Looks like another penny. That's a little penny coin spill, so let me botch this down and hide this and move on. At least you're seeing a little something here. That's loosely coincised. Let me take a quick check here. Yep, had that little rusty sound, but when you've been working for a while, you'll sometimes dig anything on a slow day. I don't know who this guy in the white truck is. Oh, I think it's the Parks Department. Yeah, I think it's Parks Department. I usually don't have any trouble with them here. A little big. A little large, and it's in my trash zone. That's big, but I'm not digging much, so I'll just take a look at this. It's not very deep, I don't think, so I'll just pop this up and fill it back. There it is, just a piece of can slaw. Do my trash duties. smash it down the little hole area and brush a few leaves over it. Smash a dab in the junk zone. And I'm only digging because of its size. Probably a screw cap. Nope. Just a unusual for a square tab, but they're all over the place. See, my hand is still getting cold. It's not the best gloves in the world, but it should be better than that. That's that big hollow sound. That's a large, usually aluminum target, probably a crushed can. Another target, large. Alright, there was a false alarm. When I called back, nobody answered. Let's see as I work my way out if I can hit a late jackpot.